Battleship Missouri has a special place in history. She is the ship that World War II ended on September 2nd, 1945 in Tokyo Bay. The Missouri was built in the midst of World War II, and she was launched towards the tail end of that conflict. So when she was launched, she did serve exclusively in the Pacific Theater in the battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. The ship also bombarded mainland Japan, which a lot of folks don't know about. On September 2nd, 1945, Battleship Missouri was anchored in Tokyo Bay to accept a formal surrender of the Empire of Japan to end World War II. The ship was bristling with staff from the Allied representatives who were sent to sign the documents on behalf of their respective countries. A Japanese delegation sent to represent the Emperor boarded the ship just before 9 o'clock a.m. and assembled on our surrender deck. The ceremony commenced at 9:02 a.m. and was presided over by our Supreme Allied Commander, General Douglas MacArthur. He gave a brief opening speech where he said, "We are gathered here, representatives of the major warring powers, to conclude a solemn agreement whereby peace may be restored. The issues involving divergent ideals and ideologies have been settled on the battlefields of the world and are hence no longer for our discussion or debate." The ceremony started at 9:02 a.m. and was concluded at 9:25 a.m. It only took 23 minutes to bring an end to the bloodiest conflict in human history. It's important for the USS Missouri to be here in Pearl Harbor because she forms the bookends of World War II for the United States. The USS Arizona Memorial represents December 7th, 1941, the attack on Pearl Harbor and our entrance into the war, and the decks of the Battleship Missouri on September 2nd, 1945 in Tokyo Bay when that war came to an end. For visitors coming to the Battleship Missouri, you're going to have a wonderful experience. Once you get on our pier, the size of the ship is just amazing to see just how big she is. And when you step on board her, you'll be greeted by our staff and given the option to be given a guided tour. So on the Missouri, over here on the bow is one of our great vantage points. From here you can see the big guns of the ship in addition to the ship's superstructure. These 16-inch guns are the largest guns ever fielded on any U.S. Navy vessel. Our guests can also look forward and they can get some great photos of the USS Arizona Memorial just off the Missouri's bow. So down in second deck, our guests can see a slice of life for our sailors. They can see where they ate, where they slept, and also some of their workspaces. But we also have a variety of rotating and permanent exhibits with artifacts on display from the ship's history. The USS Missouri is a floating city, basically. So anything you would expect to be in a city of about 3,000 people we had on board. Snack bars, cafeterias. So when visitors come to visit the Battleship Missouri, in addition to seeing the ship, we also have other amenities. We have food service on our pier, in addition to a gift shop with some really great souvenirs of the Mighty Mo. The Battleship Missouri Memorial is a nonprofit organization, and our nonprofit's mission is for the long-term restoration and preservation of the ship. And we are also in charge of making sure this ship is presented as a fitting memorial so that we can tell the ship's story and place in history to our guests. The proceeds of your admissions and any donations that we receive are invested back into the ship so we can preserve her for future generations.